Freedom Builders, I'm in New York right now, but I had to send a message to you guys. Listen, I got to tell you, first of all, 106 recruits in a month of March. You were one of, I think, 8 base shops that cracked 106. It's your record of all time. I'm so proud of Morteza Alborzi, who he's just got this fight in him. You know, you got to love the fight that he's got in him. On top of that, very obvious, Nina is officially the flag carrier. She came up to me. She told me, Pat, watch what we're going to be doing. And you did, I think 84 recruits, and then Sophia and Payman did 64. I heard so many great things about Payman and Sophia. The last 2 days, you guys were like 45 recruits away. And you kept pushing. And then Aman and Elahe, for what you guys did with your recruiting. I just hear a lot of good things that's going on out there. My message to you would be very simple. Here's what I would tell you. Look, I told Nina this morning on Instagram, her and I were going back and forth. And she was saying a lot of good things about Payman and Sophia. But one of the things I want to challenge you guys to do is to realize this part. Look, I'm in New York. I've been in New York I don't know how many times. I remember the first time I came to New York was when we came here from Iran. And we landed here and then we went straight to LA. But the second time I came to New York, I came here because I promised myself if I got my ring, I would come out here for a couple days. I came December 30th. And then I went back January 1st to go shopping. And I stayed right in front of Manhattan. I want to see the ball drop. And I said, I'm going to go buy, you know, $3,000 worth of clothes. I realized very quickly in New York, $3,000 is nothing for clothes at Saks Fifth. But moral of the story is everybody starts at some point. Everybody starts at some point. Here's my strategy for you guys. I told Nina and I told Morteza this morning. If you guys do 100 recruits, 100,000, 5 new checks, in a month of April, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to Santa Ana. We'll do an event together with everybody. Alvana, all you guys together will unite and do an event together, big event. But it's you guys cracking your 100. By the way, I want you to know, this isn't going to everybody. I'm not saying this to everybody. I'm just very impressed with the growth you guys have made. So here's what my strategy would be if I was you. Train the Trainers is coming up, right? A lot of people are looking at the Leaders Bulletin saying, yeah, you know, Freedom Builders, I get it, Santa Ana, they're probably excited. It's probably only going to last a month or 2 months. And then that's it, they're going to die off and they don't know how to produce. They're not going to write business. These guys don't know what they're doing out there. They just know how to recruit, and that's pretty much it. I can't tell you how many times I heard things like that about my base shop, about myself as a leader, and me and our organization regularly, and we wanted to do something about it, and we proved the point. If there's any way for you to prove a point, there'd be a couple ways. One, anybody watching this, you got to figure out a way to get to Train the Trainers. You have to figure out a way to get to Train the Trainers. It is imperative of you to figure out a way to get there. 2019, for some of you that are really planning on whether being equity or MD, or especially the structure right now for being an MD, you got to do whatever you can to go to Train the Trainers. I can give you 50 stories of what happened to people who went to Train the Trainers and what happened to their careers afterwards. When I tell you 50, I can tell you 50 stories of what happened after Train the Trainers. You know, Sheena, Matt, in their career, had written like $1 million of annuities. They went to Train the Trainers. Train the Trainers, you know how many they wrote after that? You ready to give you a number for you to be shocked? They were nearly $40 million of annuities, and they knew nothing. I did a meeting in the MD meeting, and Alborzi will remember this. I talked about how Sheena and Matt didn't know how to write annuities. And look what happened afterwards. Look what happened to Rodolfo and Ceci. They just crossed $800,000 of income right now. Rodolfo and Ceci. Look at Ricky and Erica. You guys will be surprised by the numbers that show up on the Leaders Bulletin. Gaitan, $790,000 income. You look at Hector and Erica, $700,000. What happened to all these guys? Train the Trainers. And at one point, nobody knew who they were. That'd be my number one challenge to all of you. And the second thing would be the following. Look, I'm in a city where it's competition galore. Everybody's competing here. Everybody competes in New York. But you know what's crazy about the business we're in? Is you got to figure out a way sometimes to shock your peers. You got to figure out a way sometimes to shock your competitors. You got to figure out a way sometimes to do something when nobody's paying attention to you. Everybody all of a sudden says, wait a minute, what happened with those guys? What are they doing? This is your shot to do that this month, in a month of April. Just an absolute shocker, where when you go into Train the Trainers, you still have your momentum with the first 15 days of May, but you go into Train the Trainers, everybody wanted to find out Who's Payman and Sophia? You know? Who's Aman and Elahe? Who's Dina? What are they doing? What's the Alborzi Bey shop doing? Make some noise. And for some of you that I didn't mention your name, have a massive month in April. Do something wild. Write 40,000 points of personal production. Run so many appointments. Go get 50 recruits. Go get 25 recruits. Go take 20 people with you to train the trainers. For some of you newer people, take 5 people with you to train the trainers. Help 5 people qualify for it. I just know what happens when you go there. So anyways, with that being said, congrats on your performance last month. Really, really proud of you. I just know if you guys go like this consistently, SMD will be around the corner. Then it's EMD and then SVP. And then all of a sudden, everybody's looking at TGA that you guys became an SVP team. That's a pretty crazy story when that becomes a reality. I can't wait for that to become a reality. Can't wait to see you guys crush in the month of May. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.